Hello and welcome to our first ever podcast here at UCA. And we're in the amazing Mason TV studios. I'm Stella Oliver, I'm your host for today's session. I'm a third year graduate. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm a third year student graduating soon. But today I am talking to most recent graduates. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah,
Would you
sure.
start?
I'm Adam. Graduated last year in July, and I'm 21, live in Kent, and that's about it really. I've been working in TV since.
Lovely. And
And I'm
would you like
Ewan.
to?
I'm 22. Also graduated same year as Adam, and yeah, been quite lucky and been working in TV since as well.
Amazing. Well, I haven't seen you guys. I've not seen you since your...
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Your
since July.
Yeah, and I've seen you a bit more.
How have you been? You look great, by the way.
Oh, thank
you look
you.
so nice.
I've been doing well. I've been doing my dissertation. It's due this Friday. I'm a bit nervous, but I think it's going to
It'll
be
be fun.
okay.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
How was yours? Did you guys do well on yours?
Yeah.
Happy overall?
I was,
No?
happy, I was happy overall. I was never like great at writing.
Yeah, same. The
So
typical.
it was a struggle for me. I was always more practical, but I think it went all right. We had
Yeah.
Chris. So
Well,
Chris.
you've graduated and that's all well and good,
Exactly.
so that's all right.
Yeah, exactly.
So what have you guys been doing for the last, when you graduated? What have you been up to? What was the first sort of process like? What were you doing?
Well,
Do you,
coming-
remember that far?
I remember finishing uni, and it was such a surreal experience. The last day, and you're like, oh, this is the last time I'm in this place. And then you're coming out, and you're like, oh, I need to start sending emails now. I need to start reaching out to production
So
companies.
when did you do that? When you were
In
finishing?
May. That was in about May.
Okay.
I think we finished mid-May.
Something like that, yeah.
And so I started emailing out production companies and stuff like that. I had a friend reach out to me, and that's how I got a one day on a job.
What were you doing?
Just like a location marshal / runner. It was in London. I had to travel all the way to Ealing. But it was
was that
like
long?
you travel a lot for TV.
Yeah.
That's what you get. So it's kind of used to it, and it wasn't too bad for me because Kent's not too bad to get
Well,
to
I guess
London,
'cause
really.
you can drive as well. Were you driving or getting the train?
No, I trained it, but not bad. That's how I got my very first job in TV. And then you wait a few weeks. I managed to get on another job, which ended up being 3 weeks. I literally got called up. I think I was in Canterbury at the time, and I got a phone call at 7 p.m. that night being like, can you work tomorrow? I'd applied for this job on Facebook, and they were like, can you work tomorrow? And I was like, yeah.
Oh,
And that's the thing is so sometimes you get reached out so last minute with these jobs. And they just needed someone last minute. I don't know if someone dropped out or what. And I went to that job next day, was only meant to be there for the one day, got talking to the line producer, and she was like really lovely, made connections with her. And I was like, I'd love to come back tomorrow. Was there for tomorrow, and then I was there for the full 3 weeks of the production. And it was a big production.
Can
It
you
was a
say
lot of
what
money.
it was?
Yeah, it was called 99 to Beat, but US. So it was they had
I've
filmed the
heard of
American
that.
one in England. They already filmed the English one a few series earlier, but they filmed the American one in England. Flew over 100 American contestants because it's cheaper to film it over here for the tax benefits and stuff like that. Because in America, obviously, the Hollywood tax and the writers' strikes, there's a lot going on at the moment.
That is so cheeky.
There's a lot of tax benefits to filming in the UK, and 100 Americans. So it was a massive production, and I worked as a mid-runner on that, which I've never done before. So
Was that like a paid job then? Were you
yeah.
paid for that?
It was quite nicely paid. I mean, it was a very stressful production. I feel like I'm waffling bare now,
sounds
but
it.
yeah, because we were working 12-hour days. I was driving an hour there, hour back. It was a long production, but you make great friends along the way. So
So you were travelling each day for 3 weeks?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But that's the commitment you kind of got to make if you want to work in TV. Is that it can be quite cutthroat, and so if you get the opportunity, you just got to take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
What are you doing?
I got sort of quite lucky before I graduated because I was kind of trying to plant seeds before because I was like
What, at the studios or just from people?
just
that
everywhere.
email?
I was sending emails. I had a few work experiences with some production companies, which was great. You just send emails to companies, and sometimes I think it took 9 months for them to reach back to me. But then you have a week work experience with them. And you just make contacts, you meet people, and there's a job I'll talk about later that I'm on at the minute, which is from a work experience I had 2 years ago. But the studios, obviously being here is quite helpful because they filmed Blankety Blank,
Yeah.
and I stood in through Laura. Laura put some of our names down for it, which I stood in for, and the standard, it's meant to last 4 hours, but it only lasted 1. And I remember being like, I don't want to go home yet. I remember, I think everyone else left, and I was like, I don't want to leave yet.
That'd be like a really fun one to stand in on as well.
Yeah, so I went and I was always interested in like floor managing. That was like my thing. So I went and I basically just went to the floor manager I'd never met before. And I just went, hello, I'm interested in floor managing. Can I like shadow you for a little bit? And he was lovely, and he was just like, yeah, sure. So I did that.
Oh, that's really fun.
And I stayed there for like 6 hours more than I should have. But then from that, like the time that I was there, I was speaking to like the production managers, the producers, like the casting people, like everyone you speak to. And then from that, literally the next day, the production manager sent me a message and was like, "Oh, hi, Ewan, we're actually filming something tomorrow if you're interested as a runner." And that was my first that was my first credit as a runner. So I took that, and then it happened to be the same company that done Britain's Got Talent. So they put my name forward for Britain's Got Talent, and then I managed to get on that before I even graduated.
Yeah, I was working on Britain's Got Talent.
It was cool.
I'm really, really interested to know.
It was cool. It was the same as like what Adam was saying. It's a lot of like waking up early because you have to travel into London. A lot of work is in London, which
Where do they film in London?
they film at the Hammersmith Apollo.
Okay.
So it's not a TV studios, it's just an actual theatre.
Yeah, I guess, it'd be difficult to sort of make that into
Yeah,
a
exactly.
set.
Yeah, but it was cool. I was a talent runner on it, so I was looking after the actual contestants on the show, which was great, and they was all normal, which was nice. Everyone was lovely there. They still like, because it's such a tight-knit group, like the talent runners and the actual talent, like it's such a professional. You have to be professional, but then like they're also human. So obviously, like you naturally will
Just,
bond
like,
with
have
them when you're with
fun
them
with
for
them.
like 12 hours of the day, and then you see them again, and if they get through to the finals, whatever. So there's people on there that I still talk to, like that are on the show.
Even now?
Yeah, because they like follow you on Instagram and they find
that's
you
so
and they message you and
cute.
stuff, and it's nice. But it was cool. It was very eye-opening. Because that was my first sort of time on a big set, working with like Ant and Dec and Simon and.
I was going to say, is he still doing it, Simon Cowell?
So yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's still yeah.
So I feel like he always changes each series he's on.
Yeah, I think the judges have changed. I think Bruno's gone this year, but I don't actually know.
But Bruno's in like Strictly Bruno.
Bruno Tonioli, yeah, he was on
yeah,
Strictly, wasn't he?
KSI was doing it for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah, so yeah,
I didn't even know.
KSI
I
was
haven't
the.
watched it in years. And
Yeah, so I think KSI was the guest judge, and then they've now brought in.
Full time. Yeah, because.
But yeah, that was kind of my in really through Britain's Got Talent, and then that was up until I think June or July. And I basically spent that entire month just emailing people.
were you on it for long? How long was it then?
It was 6 weeks. They changed it this year because originally it was Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday. They changed it to Saturdays for 6 weeks. So basically, one thing as well actually, which is good to mention, I never knew really that there's like different sort of runner things. So you've got a production runner. So there's production runners,
which is
are
like the head runner, I
more or
would
less
say,
like
on a
full
production.
time.
Yeah.
They're like sort of more or less they're there most days.
They won't just be there for like the studio production.
Yeah.
They'll be there pre and post a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there's a day runner, which is what my role was. So day
Just
runners, basically they're there for the main day. So I was there on Saturdays, occasionally Fridays for the dress rehearsal. And as I said, my role was looking after the talent, but then there would be people who would be there, runners that would be there from Tuesday to Saturday, who are there for the gallery and are there for production and are there for whatever. So there's quite a lot of different roles like into running. It's not just like, oh, there's a runner and that's it.
Yeah. You all have your specialised areas.
When you're doing that, do you have to like know which specific running role you do? So let's say that like I wanted to be like a producer.
Yeah.
Would I have to do like which running role would I go into, or would it not really
Typically,
matter?
you'd have like an interview or whatever before you do the job, and you can like express your interest then. So like, a lot of the time, I'm quite interested in casting myself, and I would express my interest in casting, and they might assign you to a certain runner role that aligns with that if it's a good production, which a lot of them do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So if you wanted to be a producer, I would typically say like production runner is what is
The best
probably
route
best.
to
Maybe
go
if you work
talent.
with it depends because like even producers, there's so many different. Because you've got
So
like
many
creative,
series, line, exec.
Yeah.
There's so
Yeah,
many
that's
types
true.
of producers.
if you're
Even
interested
I,
in
it
production,
confuses
Casting,
me.
welfare producers. like,
but if you're interested in like the production side of it, which is like they book things, they sort out like travel and they sort everything, then like working in the production aspect of things is probably the best way to go because then you meet them people and they can you can have a relationship with them and they can recommend you and stuff. But if you're interested in casting or talent, then there's talent runners, there's tech runners as well.
I'm really
if you're interested in
interested in
cameras or sound, you can work with that department and sort of be there kind of thing.
Thing.
People do say runners is like the best job because you do get to meet everyone.
You meet everyone and you're everywhere. It's a lot of name remembering.
Oh yeah.
A lot of name remembering.
See,
that's one thing I have gotten good at.
It's easier on
remembering
some shows.
names.
Some shows are smaller groups.
I'll be at home, like remembering everyone's names, like writing down a list. I'll be absolutely useless.
Yeah,
in that.
Britain's Got Talent. You can't there's I think about 150 people on the show, so you can't know everyone.
Crew sizes.
But it's fine. You just walk around and go, "Hello, mate," or like, "How you doing?"
Yeah, you just do
that's what you got to do. Yeah, because it is a nightmare.
So, what other advice would you give to students who are graduating? Because obviously, I'll graduate in like 4 months' time.
I would
What would you say
definitely,
for me to
whilst
do?
you have time, you're still at uni, try and make them connections or try and reach out to wherever you can. Because we were both quite good at doing it during uni.
Yeah.
Because it's so much easier to try when you come out to have them connections. Because right now the industry's a bit quiet, it's quite dead at the moment. Whereas when you come out in May and June, July time, it's a lot more thriving, the industry, up until near the end of the year. So there's a lot more opportunities, especially for new entrants. Yeah. But if you can do a week's work experience somewhere or stand in for something, or even if you have like a part-time job and you can say, I've got customer service skills, and you can say that I'm used to working with random members of the public and stuff like that, they're all green flags. And also, I would say, which I didn't really do, but like learning terms, stuff like I never knew what a MIV runner was until I was a MIV runner.
That?
So a MIV is a type of interview called a master interview. So typically when you're, I don't know, say if you're watching Traitors and they go in and they're in the separate room being interviewed and they're talking about the day and they're just sitting on a chair a bit like this.
Yeah.
That's called a MIV, which I never knew. And you have MIV producers, you have on-the-fly interviews, OTFs, stuff like that I never even knew about these terms. And then I would go out and it'd be like, oh. So you learn all of this. I would say doing as much research as you can into actual TV. You have to watch a lot of TV to work in TV as well, I would say. Everyone's talking about TV when they're working TV all the time.
Recently?
Yeah. So people would be like, "Did you see Traitors last night?" And you want to be able to say to them,
Yes, I have been.
I watched Traitors last night. Oh my God, did you see what whoever Claudia said? Like, you know what I mean? So you want to be able to have that conversation with them and
I love Claudia.
yeah, she's great. But
So when you're like out of work, do you have any side hustles that you're sort of doing, or like any part-time jobs?
I'm still working part-time at the supermarket.
Are you still working at Tesco?
Yeah, still part-time at Tesco. They don't really like me there. I feel free to say that because I prioritise TV work over everything, and my manager knows that. She knows that and I'm hoping I can quit it in a few months because I'm hoping to get one of them longer contracts. I mean, yeah. So it's tough. It is tough, but when you've got the quiet periods like now, it's good to just like send out them emails, reconnect with people, and just like work on yourself a bit, I guess. Yeah. Like go to the gym. I go to the gym in my free time. Like I'm trying to like build up some muscle because people talk as well. Like when you're a runner, it's quite physical. Yeah, sometimes.
You do like 30.
Like you're moving about equipment. I've done some location marshal stuff. They expect you to like carry gazebos or like they call them easy ups, and which is a whole nother like film is so different to TV as well.
Together, don't we?
If you want to go into film, it's so different to TV. They have all these different code words like a honey wagon. What is a honey wagon? You might not know. Exactly, it's another word for the toilets, basically.
Oh.
But you have easy ups, chapter 8s. I mean, I never knew what a chapter 8 was until I worked on a film. So
what is it?
It's like the red barriers. You know that you get the red construction barriers to
it's
block the
called
public
chapter
off.
8.
They're called chapter 8s because they're in chapter 8 of the health and safety manual or something.
There you go.
So like you start to learn these terms. It's so important to know these terms, really. So I would say as much as you can before you into the industry, do and learn them. Yeah, definitely.
Learn the terms. They're like a cheat sheet I can.
Yeah. And you just keep them in your mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, connections is the most important thing, I guess, because that is how everyone gets in the industry, especially if you don't already know anyone. Like we didn't know anyone, I would say.
No, well,
no. There's a lot of nepotism in the industry, to be straight. There's a lot of people that will that's how it is. Like something like 70% of the jobs aren't advertised online in TV. No.
Really?
It's something like that, yeah.
Well, no, because you get them through people that you know.
Yeah.
And it's easy, like with nepotism, it's easy for you obviously to be like frustrated, but at the end of the day, everyone plays the cards they're dealt. So, you know, if someone, like, I remember one of my good friends on Britain's Got Talent was like related to Dec. And that's how they got the show. So it's like, that is like how it happened. And like, it can be more difficult. Like, it's like for me, like my family have never been in like entertainment, TV, like nothing. Yeah. So like going into it was daunting more than anything. But it's one of them things where it's like, once you're in and you've got connections, it's like, you can email that person again and you can call that person, you can text that person, so it's like you have that way in. It's getting in it initially,
keeping
which
those
is the hard bit.
contacts
you need
as
to
well.
remind them of you. So
Yeah.
I mean, everyone, a
That
lot of
being
people I
too
work
annoying.
with, I will like follow them on Instagram
Well,
or something.
you say it's not being too annoying, but it's not, because sometimes I set, basically every time my CV gets updated sort of substantially, so like maybe 1 or 2 credits, I will send it again, even if it's to the same person,
Really?
just to remind them. Because like for you might be like, oh, I've sent this person my CV 12 times, and it sounds annoying, but it just takes the one day that they're
For them to
looking,
actually
and they
look
go,
at it.
oh, we need a runner, and then bang, their email's in their inbox, and then they look at it and go, oh, well, Ewan's available or
Perfect
Adam's
timing,
available,
yeah.
perfect timing, we'll give them a call. So
Okay.
it's one of them things. I mean, yeah, for me,
Just
it's
getting the right timing is what you really
yeah,
need.
it's just constantly emailing, constantly talking to people.
Well, actually, I really want to know, when it comes to like you've got a contract written down,
Yeah.
and when you're sort of told to do something that it's not really lining with the contract, how do you put your foot down and say like no, or do you, or what do you do?
I've been.
I'm sure there's been times where you both have had to do stuff where it's not in your contract. So
Yeah,
it's not
and
something that you.
it depends on it depends on how comfortable you are doing it. Like there's a line where if someone's asked you to do something that's like inappropriate or that you just think like I'm not comfortable doing this.
Yeah, I would say most productions are pretty good now.
They are,
at
yeah.
Sticking to what, and a lot of modern TV productions, I would say, they're good at sticking to what their values are and what you agree to in
Yeah.
your contract. Because as a runner, you can't forget you are getting paid pretty much minimum wage. So like they expect you
Does
to
the pay,
work
does the pay like
hard.
differ depending
Yeah.
on like, what product?
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
completely.
do day rates. Depends on what.
Well, I
role as
do quite a
well.
bit of stuff and social stuff now as well. So I do like YouTube videos and things like that. The pay on social side is much different to TV. Same with like I've done some events. So I've done like an esports event
Yeah.
at
was
Wembley
that?
Arena. It was for a game called CS:GO, which I
Oh yeah.
I don't play, but it was great. Like that was a pretty eye opening because it was like 12,000 people in Wembley Arena that come to watch people play games. And I was like, fair enough.
That's pretty cool.
But like the pay on that, for example, was like way better than it was for TV jobs. And it's also, some jobs are PAYE, so basically you're employed by the company.
I was going to say because I
Yeah.
feel like it'd be better pay because the company isn't really like making it. Like they don't like making
Yeah.
it set 'cause it's all sort of already there.
Yeah, it's like when you work for a show, so if you're working for the BBC or you're working for ITV or Channel 4 or whatever it is, sometimes, well, the majority of the time, for a runner at least, you're employed by the company for that period of time. So same as with any job you have, you'll get given a pay slip and the tax will come out automatically, and they pay the tax for you, and then you basically have to do nothing. But there are jobs specifically in social where you invoice for it. So you basically either agree a rate or you decide a rate for
Yeah.
yourself. It's one of them things where you have to sort of value it yourself, and there isn't really a right or a wrong value
Yeah.
to your day rate.
Yeah.
But you choose a day rate, and then you basically invoice the company, and you send them an invoice and say, well, I've worked this much, and this is what you owe me. You agree all this before.
Yeah.
And then you invoice them, and then they pay you that full amount, and then it's your responsibility to pay the tax. And it's very important actually that you do that right, because you don't want to get in trouble with like HMRC
Yeah,
or
you've had more invoice jobs than me.
Yeah.
I've only had a couple, and it's doing that first invoice is quite nerve-wracking. It's be like, oh, am I doing this right?
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
How
it's-
do you know? Like, how do you know you're doing it right?
So like, use Google and use all the
Yeah.
TV.
Are there,
That's
like,
how I did mine.
Websites or like what? How
yeah,
do you?
yeah, lots of websites, Facebook groups, but I first found mine. I like a structured one online.
Yeah.
Pretty
I'm
much
surprised they,
copied
like,
it.
provide you one.
Say that again.
I'm surprised they don't really like provide you. With
No,
one.
no,
It's your
no.
responsibility. I
Yeah.
mean, I use my dad's.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my dad is like a sole trader, so he's just like done it on his invoice his whole life. So I basically just went to him and was like, "Does this look okay?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Cool," and then
Sick
sent
one,
it
Dad,
off.
thanks.
But yeah, I mean, like making invoices and stuff, it's just something that you will get used to. I
Yeah,
think
once
once
you
you've
have
done
a
it
format,
once,
Mm-hmm.
and
just,
like for me now, I actually have a template saved on my iPad and on my laptop. It's usually
That's
just
good, so you can,
just
like,
template, and then
leave it
anytime
there.
I do a job, I'll just add
Yeah,
it into
yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
But they pay things like they pay for your travel a lot as well.
Because I would say, yeah, some jobs will pay for your expenses, and it's
Yeah.
like they'll pay for you to drive there. And
So
I'm
you'll
like,
travel and you'll pay on top of that.
yeah, yeah, which is
Wow.
like a really nice benefit. Like we had a couple of jobs like that.
Yeah.
One job where we worked on together, they would
Yeah,
pay,
yeah.
and I was like, Yeah, pay me to drive there, sure. Like, that's fine. Like, you can pay me to drive there.
Did you guys carpool or did you like go?
Oh no,
we should have really.
Yeah, yeah,
More-
but like,
more
but that was like a
friendly.
really chill job. That was
That was a
very
great
small
job.
production, wasn't it? Very
Yeah,
small team.
that was for Sky.
Yeah,
Um,
and quite recently. It's very nice.
Can you say what that was or?
No,
Not
not
yet.
yet. It's not out. It's not out yet.
No,
It was,
but
it
it's
was a cool one.
some big
Yeah, big
names
names.
Really?
in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's filmed in Kent, so
Oh.
yeah, so
Represent.
that was quite nice local to us, and that was chill. Like, at the end of the day, they'd be like, "Oh, go get a drink on the tab at the bar,"
Oh.
and it's
yeah.
like,
Nice.
it's like, oh, okay, like I've not really experienced this before, but yeah, sure.
But then from that job as well, I have to mention, I actually got that job through him.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
So it's like,
So it really is who you know.
And
It's
I
a
got that
bit-
job. I got that job through a group I was on,
yeah,
who said, "Oh," and then I did it 4 days on it. And then I couldn't do a weekend.
And you got me on
Passed
it.
it on to Ewan. They got Ewan on it.
and then we ended up working together on days.
Yeah,
Fun.
And it's one of them things, like, it's one of my pet peeves, people that, like, they look at runners, like, I don't know, it's weird, because I have worked with some runners, and they sort of don't spend their time talking to other runners, because they think, like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And they try and spend their whole time, like, talking to the producers and all that,
Yeah.
which is great, but, like, also, like, I don't really look at anyone differently compared to their role. And also, like, now we know as well, like, other runners can be on a job and the production manager goes, "Oh, like, do you know any other runners?" And then they
Yeah.
just put your name forward. So
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
get jobs through other...
You'll be surprised how many jobs you will get through
Yeah, yeah.
for other runners, or like
Really?
people on your level who technically have no kind of like authority to give out jobs. They'll just be, "Oh, can I pass this on to a mate?"
So can you? So obviously, like when you get ill and you're doing running, can you just like ask,
Yeah,
do you mind if I can
definitely.
get added
If
in
you-
or like because I'm feeling quite unwell?
Yeah,
Is
I
that quite
mean,
easy to do then?
You've got like a lot of GDPR
Yeah,
and
of course,
stuff.
yeah.
You've got to bear in mind. But if you just say to the production manager or whatever, just say, "Oh, like, I've got a friend that's free. Like they would love to do this. Well, I can't do this day," and they might pass it on, and then or you pass it on to them.
Yeah.
And,
And it moves
yeah.
very quickly. Like, as in, like Adam was saying, I've had days where it's like 8 o'clock at night, I get a phone call and they say, "Are you free tomorrow at 9 a.m?
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously you say yeah because you can't turn down anything because you never know where something can lead. But it is very like fast moving.
Yeah.
But that's the industry, and that's just what it is. And it's
Has there ever been like an opportunity that you've missed that you really didn't? You wish you didn't miss it.
no. I mean, yeah, but no.
I had an opportunity where I could take 1 or 2 opportunities.
Yeah.
Oh,
And one of them was
really?
a
It's like
show
a-
that I really wanted to work. Like, I've always wanted to work on it. And then I had my other opportunity, which I previously worked on the show, and it was just like it was more local to me. And I was like, what one do I pick? And I ended up going for the one that was more local to me. And because it was at the start, they like said you could do 3 weeks on it, and it ended up being like a 10-week contract, my longest contract I've ever had actually.
Yeah.
So it was like I'm glad I stayed with that one, but I had the 2 opportunities and I had to pick one, which is it's
Do you
nice to
think what
be
could
able
have
to pick and
happened
choose.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, definitely.
like to be able to pick and choose between jobs. They were both quite long contracts. So yeah,
I would say though, turning down work, I think is like the worst thing ever.
it's hard. It's
Like,
hard
Have you
to
turned
do.
down work before?
It's hard
It's
to be like.
heartbreak. Well, yeah, because if you're already on a job, like you don't want to burn bridges. So if you're on a job and you're contracted for 3 weeks, and then someone contacts you and it's like better money or it's a better show, and you think, oh, it's better opportunities.
Yeah.
Like I would never cut off a show that I'm already on and say, sorry, I need to go and work on this
Yeah,
now.
you can't.
So it's like you
So
have
what
to
do
turn
do?
down
What
work.
do you say?
You
How
just
do
have
you
to
word it?
apply
Yeah,
and
do
say,
like,
yeah.
I
And they
would-
understand because obviously, like,
Keep me in future for future opportunities.
yeah,
Keep me in mind,
and they
kind
will
of thing.
understand. But like, I mean, like I can say, like even like Deal or No Deal. Like I had a chance to work on Deal or No Deal
Yeah.
for a week or something, and I had
Did
to
you
turn
work
it
on
down.
Deal or No Deal?
No, because I had to turn it down because I was
Oh.
on another show at the time, so I had to turn it down, and that was like sad because that's so ideal for me, obviously being like local.
Yeah.
Like, working and-
it's quite
but-
local to you.
And I think the show I was doing was probably in London, so it's like it is a nightmare. But it's just one of them things, and you need to try not to beat yourself up when you like can't do jobs or like if you're not working because everyone's in the same boat. And there's so many people that
Yeah.
want to go into running.
Being freelance is not easy.
No.
And hopping about, trying to get your next job is definitely not easy. But it's very rewarding when you see them jobs and you line them up, and you're like, because I had a period like where I worked like 20 odd days in a row.
Yeah.
And that's just like crazy to me that I managed to achieve that. Like 4 different productions in 1 week.
Wow.
And it's like constantly on your emails as well, because people will email you and be like sending you like call sheets and stuff. You need to know, like, it's so good to look
Yeah.
at the call sheet and be like,
It's like a
work
euphoric,
out who is there.
euphoric feeling when
Yeah.
like you have like 3 weeks on a job and then you get an email and they say, oh, can we book you for like the 3 weeks after? And it's like, thank God,
Yeah, yeah.
they haven't clashed. It's like the best thing ever.
Was freelance something you both always wanted to go into?
I
Or-
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
It's
Probably
tough.
because my dad though, because my dad nothing to do with TV, but he's always been freelance, and I know the benefits that it can have. Even of things like, obviously in TV they have studio blacks, so if you need to buy clothes for TV, then
Yeah.
you can buy clothes and you can
That's the benefit to being
you can give that to the
self-employed.
tax man and say, well, I need this for my job, and then that can come off your tax. So it's not all about money, but it's definitely beneficial.
Yeah,
I
get
think,
the wins. Yeah.
and like food and stuff. Like obviously, most production companies, if you're away, because I've been away for a few jobs now where I've like stayed in hotels, they'll pay for all that and they'll pay for your food and stuff. But if you wanted to like buy something that you need for the job, you can put that on. I call it
reimburse
a business account. I haven't got a
Expenses,
business account
yeah.
yet. I've got a Monzo, and I just say that's my business account because that's what I give to the accountant. But it's like that's everything that you can claim back.
So you can get like a reimbursement.
Yeah,
for it.
and basically you get like a
That's quite
reimbursement of
good.
it. And petrol as well, like if you're driving and they're not paying for your travel, you can claim back
That's-
petrol.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the benefit of being self-employed. Whereas I'm constantly ringing up the tax man, being like, "You've got my tax code wrong
Really?
again." Like, because you work a different job and then they'll pay you and then they'll change your. Basically, the tax man looks at it as you've worked 3 jobs. We're going to split your tax code between them 3 jobs. Even if you do 3 weeks of one job, finish it, do the next one, do the next one, do the next one, and your tax code's constantly getting split and you're just getting taxed more and more. And you're like, a third of my wage is gone on tax. So you've got to call them up. It's constant. Like the ringtone on the tax man, I know it too well. HMRC voice line, I know it too well because I'm calling them up, be like, "Can you change my tax code? Like you've got it right. I don't work for these people anymore."
Some companies as well, like they
That's the
can
bane to being
They can be
freelance,
slow
in
and
my
not
opinion.
send like P45s
Have
through.
you not deal with that before? Yeah, then.
Yeah, because like for me, it's like it's a mixed bag. So like I'm currently employed by Channel 4, so that's PAYE on that. So that's like I basically do nothing. It's just I get taxed, but I get taxed more because the government
They split the
must
tax
think that
code
I'm
up
like
and
some
they think
sort
you're
of
working 5 jobs and
yeah. They think that I'm
Yeah.
rich, so they like tax me more because of other jobs that I'm still technically employed by, but I'm not. They just haven't ended my employment,
That
like
is really
like the BBC.
frustrating.
Like I think
Yeah.
I'm still employed by the BBC at the minute, and I'm still waiting for that to come through.
it's
So
really
just, and you
not
can't sort it
ideal.
yourself. You have to ring up and sort it all
They
out.
should just be able to do it themselves, really.
Ideally,
I mean,
But-
Really?
no one else can take money from you like the
No.
tax man can. And it's fine. You just have to deal with
and
it.
it
It's
will,
crazy.
it will sort itself out because you will get a rebate. If you pay
Yeah.
more, you will get a rebate, but it's the
Yeah,
waiting,
that's true.
and it's just a hassle. And obviously, like
Having to wait for money you already earned.
and TV
Yeah.
being such like
On and
hit or
off,
miss. It's
yeah.
like you need like
You
I'm
want
in a
all the
position.
money.
I'm not in a position where I'm like paying like a mortgage or whatever like at the minute. But when that happens, and you know, if you haven't got a constant stream of income as such, and you know, like January at the minute is always very quiet. Like if you're paying like 10% extra in tax, like you are going to feel it. So it is quite
Oh,
important
yeah.
to
What's
try and
it,
keep
what's
on
it
top
like
of it.
having like your finance whilst not, you know, just leaving uni? Because obviously you guys have got relatively quite good jobs. But obviously you haven't got the student loan anymore, and you have to pay council tax as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, like, because you're paying rent and everything, and it's good to save the money when you can. Especially as well, like when you're in uni, maybe try and save some of your money so that if you get offered work experience, and they're saying, well, we can't give you anything for it, but we can give you the week in London, come to the office. But if you can't pay for the train there, that would be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
You know, you've missed opportunity because you haven't saved some money to pay for the train journey. And you just kind of have to take it on the chin. Everyone starts at the bottom in TV, really, no matter if you went to uni, no matter if you know someone, no matter if you didn't go to uni. So,
Yeah. I think as well, like, so like for me, it didn't. I mean, so I was. I say part time. It was basically a full time job while I was at uni.
Yeah.
Which didn't really help my uni life, but.
Was it quite distracting?
Yeah, I basically worked full time, so I didn't even get the loan, the student loan, for the first 2 years because I was
Neither
just
did
like,
I.
You
so I
didn't
was
either.
like,
Were you guys both living at home?
well, yeah,
still?
yeah, we're living at home, and I just thought, yeah, because I'm only 10 minutes away, and I just thought if I'm working full time and I'm getting sort of money to get me through, I mean, when you're 18 and 19 and 20, like you don't really, the money you spend is just like you spend it on
Nothing.
whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you don't really think. I mean,
Yeah.
some people
It's
do,
like
and that's
just
good for them.
waste away.
So all I did was, I mean, I would recommend it to some people if the situation suits them, because I didn't need the student loan. I didn't get it for the first 2 years, but then on the last year, I did get the maintenance loan, and I think I got 3,000 or something, and I put that into a savings account, which was an
that's
ISA
clever.
account, so it developed interest on it. I know it sounds like
I'm
like,
regretting my
not
whole
Lewis right
life
I'm not like- but I put it in savings account with ISA, so it got more interest on it, and I didn't touch it, and it's still in there, and I haven't touched it. So like,
Yeah.
and that was
So-
basically just just for, and my mindset was like, when I leave uni, I don't want to stay. I was working in a hotel. I was like, my ideal world would be I finish uni and then I leave the hotel straight away, because if I'm part-time
Yeah.
at a hotel, I may have to turn down TV work, and I didn't want that. So I was like, I'll finish uni, leave the hotel, this didn't happen in the end anyway, but leave the hotel
still
and I'll
working
have,
there
no, I've left there now,
Okay.
but I'll have the £3,000 there to pay for things like if I need a job up in London or I'm
Yeah.
working up wherever, and then I have that money there to pay for travel or something like that. Obviously we didn't know as well, graduating, like the ins and outs of it as much as you do when you're in it.
Yeah.
So,
What was your guys' first like big purchase? Once
Ooh.
you like got your first
Big
paycheck?
purchase.
Because I know
Ferrari,
you got
no.
a Tesla. I've seen that drive around.
well,
in
I have
the car
invested
park.
in a new car. I mean, yeah, she's on
Tesla?
finance, yeah, I have got a new car, which is my big purchase. I was looking forward to that. Look, if you know me, you know I like my
love a
cars
Tesla.
and stuff, and so
I didn't really buy anything. I'm quite I
You were
generally
a
am
bit
quite a
saver.
saver, yeah, because I like to. Yeah, I don't really know. Maybe some maybe some clothes.
What
Yeah.
clothes? Like big
KFC.
brands?
Just like,
fried
to be honest, it probably was like black clothes. I think I bought a Fred Perry jumper.
What,
It
for,
was
for
like
running and stuff.
£90. Yeah, and it would have been for TV. Yeah, I don't really spend money, but yeah.
it's
this guy-
definitely
this guy over here.
it's definitely good to try and save when you can, though. Like you'll learn that it's definitely because like right now, a lot of people talk about in like investing and stuff.
Yeah.
They call it an FU fund. I don't know if you've ever heard that term.
Eh.
So like a lot of people, if they're working a job or something, and you might want to quit for whatever reason, something goes down, you want to quit, or you might get ill. Because like we're self-employed, we don't get paid sick pay or nothing.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
so if you want to have a bit of money spare in case you have 2 months off work and you have no income, so it's worth to have that kind of FU fund or like sick pay fund, whatever you want to call it, just in case last minute someone drops you out, lets you down, or like the quiet period now for us,
Yeah.
you have money to still be able to go out to the pub with
Do
your
whatever you
friends
want,
and
like
do
on
what you
holiday.
want.
It's still very subjective. It depends on everyone's situation. Like I said, for us, like we live at home still, so we haven't got that.
Yeah, we pay a bit of rent, but
Yeah,
it's
like
not-
we haven't got the thought, like the mindset of going like I need to
And
pay
all
the
the
bills.
bills, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But obviously, like when that happens in a few years' time or whenever that
So your
happens.
next goal then, just to sort of like get enough money to do
Oh, for me,
running
yeah,
and,
I'm
like,
saving.
Same,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
saving.
same.
But it's one of the things
House
as well
or
where it's like
flat.
where to, because all the work.
Yeah, this is the thing. I was wondering, like, what location would you live
Yeah.
in? What sort of like?
I would always say as
where's
close-
best for running
As
and
close
TV?
to London, but not in
See,
London.
Yes.
That's what I would say,
This is
'cause-
what it
Well,
is,
if you did like
because
on the border of Kent, maybe.
3 years ago,
Well-
I wanted to move to London. I was like,
I
in
could
my
imagine
mind, all the
nothing
TV
worse.
works in London, that's where you need to be. And now you have a thing called regional productions, and people
What
will
is
hire
that?
you if you're regional.
Yeah.
So like when I worked on Deal or No Deal, which was filmed in Maidstone in Kent, they only had regional people work on it, so they would not hire anyone that lives in London.
Also, only
Only
Yeah, but
people,
I think-
but that still meant that they would hire. There was a prodsec, and she lived in Glasgow, and they would pay
Right.
for her travel all the way down to Kent, on a flight just because she was regional.
Oh,
So like they would still not hire. So even though it would be cheaper to hire someone from London, they wouldn't because you're giving the opportunities to people that are regional.
okay.
So that's a good side.
That's
That's coming out of
interesting.
TV
I
more.
think doesn't Traitors do that as well? Because they hire.
They only
people-
hire Scottish people and
Yeah.
traitors.
Traitors,
I mean, I know a few people that are English that worked on it. And I've
Really?
worked with someone as
very
that.
rare though.
But
'Cause I know
that's
that-
you have to know someone on it.
Yeah.
That's
Because
the way you
they're
get on
like
it.
they're based, they're like production based in London. So I'm guessing they sort of do like the sort of
Studio Lambert, isn't it?
yeah, they do
Yeah.
the production base there.
Yeah,
and
but
then,
they
like,
hire like most of the crew they get is local crew, and that's to do with Albert as well, which
Yeah,
is
which
this
is-
big.
If you
this-
don't know about Albert, get to know
Get
about
to
Albert.
know, it's a
'cause-
massive thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to enlighten me a little bit about it?
Oh God, this is your
well-
domain.
Is it really important for the shows that you work on as well? Is it really like a
It's
big
what it
highlight
is.
thing?
Every single call sheet has an Albert memo.
Really?
Yeah.
But I would
yeah.
say some shows are less lenient. So like I have had to buy 1,000 bottles of plastic water on certain
Oh,
shows.
what shows? Can you spill?
I do not want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to damage them.
Yeah.
But like, but it is a thing. Like it is a thing. Like Strictly was big because that's BBC, so they were massive on that. Like
Yeah.
I remember
Sure,
like
they'd be on it.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
I mean-
it was like cartons of water. Like travel, they always try
Compostable
and
packaging, like
Yeah.
EV cars. Sometimes I worked on when they only have production cars that are EV.
yeah, it was actually it was a
Yeah, so I mean, it's important. Like, it's very important for
It's
the
good to know.
environment.
And it also makes you sound better as well. Like, I remember, I think I went into a job and like I was just having a laugh with the production manager, and they were like, "Oh, we need to get like loads of bottles of water," and I went like as a joke, like, "Oh, what, plastic one?" Or like, "Plastic ones, that's not very Albert," and like that made them be
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
They
he
were
knows."
serious.
He was like, "He knows what he's on about." Like, I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
one
no,
of them.
I've spoken about how at uni I did a whole Albert separate
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
qualification, and they were like, "That's so handy." Like, and I was talking to the production coordinator because typically there's people that fill out all the Albert stuff and get the credentials and stuff, and they were like, I was speaking about how I've done it on my previous film project at uni, like I kind of know how to do it, and they were like, "That is crazy that like,
Yeah.
you have the understanding of Albert because it is such a big thing now, especially for like linear TV, like TV shows on like ITV and stuff."
Yeah.
They want to be Albert certified because it just looks.
Well, they have to be.
Well, they have to be Albert certified
Yeah.
actually now.
Yeah, to be able to even
Yeah.
put it on
Commissions,
TV.
So kind of crazy. I mean, it all stemmed from EastEnders. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, is that
Albert
actually
Square.
true?
It's
Is that
named
actually
after Albert
true?
Square. Albert is, yeah. So
Oh,
I
that's
tried to
fact
get
of
onto
the day.
Albert Square actually. I couldn't get. But on Strictly, they film at Elstree, and they film EastEnders like right next to
Yeah,
it. I
yeah.
tried to sneak in, but
Didn't
they
work.
wouldn't.
Did you get
Little
stopped?
side rant, but they wouldn't let me on. I was very upset. Tried to get in the Vic, and they wouldn't let me in.
Yeah.
But-
But it's weird how there's these like filming bases. Well, like Elstree is such a big filming base.
Elstree's
now.
huge, yeah.
Sky Studios at Elstree is massive.
Yeah.
Like, they film all.
Also looks very nice on the
Yeah, oh
outside.
yeah, oh yeah.
Looks lovely.
The-
Good-
good
Google
pick.
Sky Studios in
Good pick
Elstree.
on
If you
Really?
don't
if
know
you go
about
there,
it.
yeah,
It
yeah.
is lovely looking, but yeah. And then you have like, all the main bases in London. Manchester's quite a bit, and Leeds is a little bit.
Yeah, and there's loads of
Up
small
north.
studio
The whole media city in Manchester.
A lot of
isn't
it's in
there?
Yeah,
Manchester
yeah,
now,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even the Brit Awards have been filmed in Manchester for the
Oh,
first time this
Really?
year.
When is it filmed? Is it
I
coming
don't
out?
know. It's soon. I think it's soon. I think it's next month.
not
But
sure.
for the first time in Manchester, not the O2, and it's like, whoa.
Mm.
They're really
Pretty
trying to make it
interesting.
more regional. But yeah.
That's pretty important. Well, it's not. It's nice to see you guys here in back at the studios here, and
Yes.
obviously like you haven't been back to our base room for UCA for
Too
like
long.
ages.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How's it
Haven't been back
like
here.
being back here?
Oh, it's quite
Yeah.
nostalgic, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you've been here more recently
I
than me.
came
because you've-
when I was working
yeah.
on Do I Do, I popped up, saw you guys
You did.
ran
after
away,
work, which was quite,
Yeah.
quite interesting. I mean, it is crazy that like literally downstairs in this building, there's a whole hustle of environment.
we are so lucky.
It's also
Yeah,
very
yeah,
well
yeah.
known. I remember I spoke to who was it? I can't remember now. It was someone. It might have been Tess Daly.
Yeah.
And they all know about Maidstone.
Oh yes.
Because they
yeah,
film
yeah,
like
yeah,
they
yeah.
film loads of stuff here,
Who-
like loads of kids stuff. Like I think Holly Willoughby like met her husband.
Holly
here.
Willoughby met her
Really?
husband here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen Mahon's always here.
Yeah,
I mean, that's-
he's always about.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing. Is like I work with someone who is related to Holly Willoughby.
Really?
Actually, yeah. And it's like, whoa, like that's so random. They're not even like directly related. That's not how she got into TV.
Really?
But yeah, Holly Willoughby met her husband here, which is just such a random
That's
fun
pretty cool.
fact.
Fun fact. Yeah.
What's like what skills has UCA given you that you think is like it's gonna stick with you forever? Like what, especially from getting into your
I mean,
first jobs.
personally, I got made more confident.
Yeah?
I definitely got more confident as I went through my uni phase. Speaking to new people and all that kind of jazz, and that's so important in TV that you feel confident to
Yeah.
even like just speak to people, even be like, "What do you want?" Like, what kind
That
of
is
tea
the
do you
I
want?
think that is the biggest thing. Like
We haven't
I would
covered tea
never
making yet, but
tea making. Oh God, yeah.
oh, it's so important to make a good tea in TV.
I think I'm good too, so I think I'm alright.
You'll
Like,
be
not,
fine.
but not
Yeah, I
just
think
tea.
you'll be
You
alright.
need to know how to make an Earl Grey. Do they want milk with the Earl Grey, or do
Earl
they
We're
Grey
meant
is
to have
fine,
milk
yeah,
with
Earl Grey's
no
good.
lemon
Grey.
ginger? How to make a good coffee? White coffee, black coffee, milky coffee. Like
The awkward bit is when you've got
There's
like a
so-
really old coffee machine. They go like, "Can I have a latte?"
yeah, and now
It's like a
really
nowadays,
old-
nowadays you have like Nespresso machines and milk frothers,
Oh,
and it's
God.
like I'm not a
This is all a bit
barista.
big-
I'll
yeah,
try my
literally.
best.
But then,
I'll give it
if
a
you
go.
have been a barista, then it's beneficial.
That's such a good qualification if you've been a barista.
So
yeah.
if you've worked in hospitality or anything, then you're kind of winning. Even like floats, like money.
yeah,
cash flows, like on
a- on a
job.
dealing with
How to,
cash
like-
and that kind of thing.
On this job with Channel 4, it's basically it's all around the country, and they give you like a cash float, and they give you another thing. Good to mention, Pleo.
Yeah, Pleo
Pleo.
Equals is another one that's similar
Equals.
to Pleo.
Basically, they're these cards, like money cards, that get added to your phone. So like
It feels
Apple
so
Wallet.
powerful. It does.
You do
honestly,
feel
don't
powerful.
you feel powerful?
I think we spent like £500
so
in them.
basically, they're just giving you a card, and then you just spend whatever money you want.
Wait, but for what?
Just
So
for
like,
us.
so like
No.
one day I was like, we're getting fish and chips from the chippy for the whole crew for lunch. Like, go spend 300 quid, and you just get this card, and you just have to get the
It's
receipt.
just a
like-
debit card that goes on your phone, so you can spend it anywhere,
What's it
but it's
called?
provided by the company. The one that we use is called Pleo.
I've
But
no
there's
one
also
called Equals.
an Equals
Equals.
card.
People use it. It's just at different companies. You just take a picture of the receipt,
Yeah.
And then
but
like the
yeah.
accountant does the rest.
Chips,
And it's great.
But
And
obviously
it's
you need to kind of get it pre-approved.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're like, oh, Adam, go buy some biscuits, like,
then you do it.
Crack on
foxy,
it.
here I come.
They are not the best biscuits though.
Debatable.
Really?
Debatable. I mean, if we're going all out, we're getting borders, aren't we? But anyway, yeah. So, and Rims as well. That job we worked on.
yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever heard
What's
of
it called?
Rims. That is so big in TV now.
It's
I
a
feel
weird
like
name. It does
I
have a
don't
proper...
know what it stands
It
for.
does
It's
have
an
something.
acronym, but
So
I
it's
should
like-
have memorised it for this.
it's basically
It's release forms.
consent forms and release forms,
Oh,
but on an
right.
iPad, like a special network software on an iPad
Yeah.
vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Because some jobs they'll be like, oh, have you worked with Rims before? Do you
But
know
you
what
should always
Rims
just
is?
say yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
really
easy.
easy to understand.
It's
Okay,
very
so
easy.
you
But,
just
like,
like consent forms.
It literally is like, it'll be like, you have an
Yeah,
iPad. So I think I had to release like 100 people
Yeah.
on the Sky show.
So you have to like actually like.
It basically, it's just a release form, but virtually. So you
Instead
go
of
up
on
to them,
paper,
and,
it's
on
and
the
you
iPad.
can even give them the iPad, and they fill in their name, their address,
Mm-hmm.
their thingy, get a picture of them done, and it just covers the shows back so that they can.
Yeah. It's
put
a
them
lot
in the
more,
show,
obviously,
basically.
environmentally friendly tool
Yeah, of
online.
course.
But then what you will
Go
find
ahead.
is that for bigger shows that are in public,
they'll just put a sign
they'll just
up.
put signs up because it's
You
not,
will be on TV.
They're covered if they do that. If it's visible and it says we are filming da. Only walk here if you want to be in the show, basically. Like they're covered, so that's fine. You haven't got to release everyone, which is like a godsend when that happens because
Yeah.
it saves you about
there's
2
like rules
hours.
if it's
Yeah.
like if you're sort of looking at their back, you don't really need to do that. or
Yeah, no,
anything.
you only need, if it's like, I think the way that they said to me was like, if it's like a likeness, like if they can look at it on telly and recognise it's them
Recognise your face, yeah.
through face,
Then you'll have to get
then they need to be released. But if it's like someone's walking in the background, then like, yeah,
Right.
it's fine. Or if they're like blurred.
But even like at uni, you get experience of doing that.
Yeah,
Filling
which
out
is good.
release forms, consent forms.
Yeah,
Like,
we
I had
have
to do it
done,
for
which
my
is
own
good,
projects. So you get a good understanding of like doing all that kind of stuff. So it definitely helps out.
That's good to know. So what are you moving on to next then? What shows you got anything lined up?
I'm booked until April, which is good.
That is good
Wow.
for
Which is
you.
very like unreal, really. Like
Till
it doesn't,
April?
yeah, it doesn't really feel right. But these are all through. It's all through people that I've worked with on shows already. This is what I mean. Like making connections is just like crazy. And my dream in life, just in life in general, like even when I was younger, was to basically travel with work and get paid for it. And that's starting to happen, which is
Amazing.
like kind of crazy.
Where are you going? Can you say?
I'm going to. I can't say the country.
Oh no!
I don't think, but Southeast Asia.
Okay.
It's a 12-hour flight, so you can work that out.
Crazy. He's got
It's
all the
a, it's,
vaccines,
it's a
yeah.
nightmare. I've got vaccines booked for next week.
Oh
'Cause
yes.
it happened, I'm going in 3 weeks'
What
time.
vaccines did you have to get done?
God, what have I got to get on? Malaria, diphtheria. Is that how you say it?
I don't know. I'm
Polio.
not in Southeast
Polio.
Asia, but
I'm clueless.
Polio.
Oh my god, that's a bit scary.
Yeah. The only thing that terrifies me is I've now recently found out that there's scorpions in this country.
Oh, that's fine. Just
I don't do scorpions.
but for
Alright.
work though, that is such a
Yeah,
nice
it's great,
benefit.
and it's like it's again, it's very fast
so you're
moving.
filming there for.
For 10 days I go, and it's like, yeah, it's mental to even like say. I also got the phone call like while I was working. I was driving in London on like a Netflix show, and I got a phone call, so I had to like pull over because I got a text originally being like, "Can you call?" So I was like, "God!" So I pulled over, which is terrifying in London anyway. And then she just rang me, and he was so like chill about it, and just said like, "Oh, are you free this week?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he went, oh, "Okay, well, you're going here." I was like, "What are you all about?"
Yeah.
But yeah, they are very good. Like the company, it'll all be different, I imagine, for every company. I've only done one, so I can only speak for my experience. But they're very good. Like they'll communicate with you. They say where you're going. They say what vaccinations you need. They give you like all the details. I'm still waiting for my flight details, which should come next week.
So are you flying with like the whole crew or by yourself?
So I don't
Do you
actually know. I don't
That is so
think so.
scary.
I think I'm flying on my own, which is fine.
Yeah.
But the thing is, for me,
12-hour flight's
I have
quite, like,
massive
difficult.
legs.
You'll have to get
So-
the extra space.
Well, I
at the end.
I've been like, have extra leg room. They're not going to do it. But
Yeah.
I think you can pay for yourself. I think once you get the booking details,
It'd be
I
like
can.
40 odd quid.
Yeah, I'll probably
extra,
pay for it myself.
maybe.
I think it will save me the hassle for
I think it's probably.
Yeah.
for a
12
12-hour
should
flight.
be like putting your
Then I
legs on
literally
other
come back
people.
from this place and then I go to Scotland, and then Manchester. So it's kind of like all
So
over
you're,
the
is
place.
it for the same sort of
Different show.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm sort of I've got a few YouTube shoots this week and next week,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm sort of free for a week or 2 weeks, which is fine really, 'cause it gives me time to pack
Yeah.
and to like buy things
And sort yourself out.
and sort myself out, and then go to this place, come back for 2 days, and then get a train up to Glasgow. I think I'm going,
Wow.
which is fun. Like it's great to do, and I love like being on the move.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
like sit behind an office.
That's quick though, because like you might get really badly jet lagged. Have you thought about that?
I actually don't know what the time difference is. Actually,
You
that's a
might have
good
to look
point.
it up. I reckon it's probably like 7 hours.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
Look it up because 2 days
But
after.
I'm going to be
you're
in Scotland all like tan. I'm like the only tan
Don't belong
person in
there.
Scotland.
What about you, Adam? What have
Yeah.
you been? What's
Uh,
going on with you?
I'm moving on to quite a big Netflix production next month. My first proper hotel job as well. Like one thing similar to you, I just always wanted to get like a hotel for a
So
job.
good.
The idea of someone paying for me to stay in a hotel at a job and not having to travel.
Did
is
you do
kind
that
of
when you were
ideal.
on a bit for?
I had one night in a hotel on
please tell me
tipping
the story,
point,
it's so
which is such a side quote because I ended up working my birthday,
Yeah.
last my 21st birthday on a show. I ended up like having this night out and like one of the producers didn't come. It was like not the rap party, but kind of like an end of celebration drinks. Happened to be on my birthday. The presenter of the show, Ben Shepherd, happened to be there too. And it was just a crazy night because it was my birthday, so everyone's buying me drinks and Ben Shepherd's there, and we're just like celebrating my birthday,
that's
as well as the end of the show. The craziest
rap party
21st
on your
birthday,
birthday.
yeah, craziest birthday ever. But
They
yeah,
give birthdays.
but I ended up getting like that day, like the whole team came out, celebrating my birthday, brought me a cake and a card, and I
Oh,
had
that's
that
so
card.
sweet.
It's like, yeah, and I'm like, reading this card, and it's like, oh, happy birthday, thanks for the teas you make me, and it's like, oh, you're so welcome.
Oh, that's
You're
really
so welcome.
cute.
I think TV it's quite a tight knit group. Like, so when it is someone's birthday, I think I had a caterpillar cake bought on my birthday.
Oh, yeah, it's always
I love a
caterpillar
caterpillar
cakes
cake.
as well.
But like
yeah,
even
it
like for the
always
celebs,
is.
like when it's a celeb's birthday, like we went out like recently. It was Claude's Winkleman's birthday. We went out to a Mexican restaurant.
Where'd you go?
What was it
Can
called?
you say?
La Carabina or something? La Carabana?
Oh, La Cabana.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh.
Something like
I've
that.
heard
It's
of that.
right near London Bridge. We went.
Okay.
But
Oh,
and
look,
we
I
basically
wanna go out for
they
dinner
basically
with
gave
Claude
us like a
Winkleman.
40-minute extra break, and we're just like, well, just chill.
Celebrate
It's
her
weird.
birthday.
Yeah, to celebrate our birthday, and like I think
Oh,
all our
I
kids. come
love
up.
that.
Yeah. It
was great.
Go to Claude Winkleman's
I think they're aware
birthday.
that like production are aware that some people can be away from their family for like being away from your family for your birthday is quite a lot, and you can be away for like weeks at a time. So to celebrate your birthday with the team is just a nice thing
Yeah,
to
it's
do,
like
really.
a like local family thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
cute. Right, we've got some questions from
Ooh.
some past students. So, is networking important? If so, how do you reach out to get opportunities?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very, very
I know you briefly
important.
mentioned
Very.
earlier, but how would you go about
It's
it?
different. Like I personally have actually never been to a networking event,
I've been to one.
which I wouldn't say is a good or a bad thing. I think you do what you kind of.
I
want.
wouldn't talk down networking events.
No,
I've
absolutely
been to
not.
one and I got nothing from it. And I got lots of emails and stuff, sent out emails and you just hear nothing back. And sometimes that's the way it is. I mean, yesterday I was sending out my CV to like lots of production companies, just because you can find their emails on their websites. Don't forget, like that's the easiest place you can find emails. You just look on their website. They always have a jobs board.
Yeah.
So like Potato, who are owned by ITV Studios, look at them. And I'm very up to date with TV, so I see a new show called The Floor, a new game show, has just come out by South Shore. I've never heard of South Shore before. Let me send them my CV because they're obviously doing the most at the moment.
And they haven't replied for like a year.
Yeah,
But it's on file.
but they'll say like, oh, we'll put your CV on file, and that's all you need really is something like that. I had like BBC reach out to me a couple of weeks ago, be like, oh, we had your CV on file. This job might be available.
Oh, cool.
And I sent my CV back to them like 2 minutes later. Got nothing from it. But it's just,
yeah,
it's
you
just
never
like,
know.
you never know. You might get.
Yeah, I guess like
opportunities
you
to
need
reach
to like push like what Ewan's doing.
But,
I'll remember that
yeah.
now. I'm going to start
What?
doing that. Pushing your CV like.
Oh
when
god,
you're
yeah,
doing-
yeah.
You've redone
And
it.
I said you think it's annoying, but like at the end of the day, like it's just another email for them.
out. It is,
Yeah, I
They
guess
probably
they get quite a lot,
They get a
don't
load
they?
anyway. It's like it's just there's that 1% chance that it happens on the right time.
Yeah.
So you just got to do it. I
Yeah.
think, and it's just one of them
But
things.
connections are so important. So when you
Yeah.
do get a production, try and speak to people and try and just like make note of their email. Like I said, everyone I work with on like a production for like a fair amount of time, I will follow them on Instagram. Even if they're like, how have you found my Instagram? I'm just going to follow you because in my mind, if I like their post, that's me rejogging them that I exist. Or I'll just like, or if I post obviously like, posting anything too weird on your social media.
Let's hope not.
But like,
Yeah, but you
like,
can have a
it's
you can have
gotta
a
be-
professional
you've gotta be
one.
quite
Yeah, that's
professional.
true.
And
The TV one out.
yeah,
I've got a TV one, yeah. But as well, like I would think, well, don't like just chat to everyone. Like some of my best friends on shows now have been like the security guys, like the caterers,
yeah.
like
The art team, and it's
art
like
team.
chatting to like I would chat to the art team so much on like Deal or No Deal, made really good friends with them, and then last minute I'd be like, oh, I need this water bottle making. Can you do it for me in 10 minutes?
And everyone helps each
because
other
you
out.
built up that rapport with them, they're like more than happy to do it for you or like do you a favour. You know what I mean?
And it makes it nicer for you as well, because one thing that, I don't know if you feel this, but it's quite tough sometimes, because some shows, you don't really know, like, they don't really talk about this, but like, when you're on a show, it's very, 12-hour days, sometimes more. You bond with people so quickly.
Yeah.
Like, so quickly. Like, I've done a shoot which has been 1-2 weeks, and like, you feel like these people are like your best friends. And then all of a sudden, it's done. And you don't see them again for a year, maybe ever. And it can be like horrible, like it's like draining.
It's
like,
tough.
it's so
you're
tough.
Constantly changing your environment.
So keeping that sort of like relationship going, and obviously like everyone says like, oh, we'll keep in contact, and obviously it's hard, and like not everyone can. But like when you have that like one person, like there's a security guy
That's just like really good
who
fun.
I've worked with on like 5 shows now, and every time I say bye to him, I'm like heartbroken now, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see you again in about 2 weeks. See you on another show.
yeah.
But like it is tough, and I think getting to grips with that as well is like it's such a fast-moving industry, and like it is a small world, and you will run into people that that you have worked with before, and that's why it's good as well to just try and like keep consistent and don't chat rubbish about anyone, even if you feel it. Like don't say it to anyone.
Yeah. I can't stress enough how much everyone in TV knows everyone.
Word of travel.
Even film as well, but everyone knows everyone, and it's to the point where you're like they have the weirdest connections. Like I worked on a short film with someone, and then I worked on Tipping Point with another runner, and I was like, oh, how do you know this person? And she was like, oh, we went to the same secondary school.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then it's like, but everyone knows everyone. Like I work with stuff on productions, and they're like, oh, I know this person, I know this person. So word of mouth does definitely go around in the industry.
And I'll say it as well because I know he'll love it. The amount of funny hands pens that I've seen scattered around on shows, and people, and then, like people for the funny hands team, like Sandy called Gemma, who I've like worked with on I think 3 shows now.
I worked with
and
her
we met her through uni.
like...
And another random thing, we'd done a show last year on our last year called Comedy Relics, which you'll remember. One of the guys that we was interviewing, I ran into on Britain's Got Talent, and he come up, Paul Jackson.
Yeah.
He was.
Do you remember you?
Yeah, he was up there. He was up
Really?
there during the rehearsals because he's buddies with Ant and Dec, which he didn't tell us that.
Didn't he? I think he like commissioned Britain's Got
I
Talent,
don't know.
didn't
I don't know.
I think
But he
from
was in
my
the
research.
rehearsals, and I was in the auditorium just like waiting for my guy to finish. And then he like looked at me and went, like gave me the eye.
He recognised
And I looked at
you.
him and I went,
That's insane.
Comedy Relics? And he went, you're the floor manager. And I was like, yeah. So it's just like, you will meet people that you've seen before, and it's slightly terrifying.
It is, yeah, it is. Cause
But
it's like,
that's the industry.
What show would you guys love to work on? Like your dream show to work
Past
on?
and present, or just now?
Ones that are like getting really big and skyrocketing. Okay, what's your past then?
Past, it would have been Prime Top Gear.
Oh.
Prime
Prime Top Gear with Clarkson, May and Hammond. That would have been my prime. Because that was just like amazing. And that was a show that me and my family used to watch every Sunday.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know.
For me, I really want to work on Traitors.
Do you?
It's something that I watch so
Traitors so
much,
bad.
and it's so tough.
Did you
and
watch this
Oh,
season's one?
Yeah, I've seen
What do you think of
everything.
it?
So good. I mean, 9.6
Would you be a traitor, though?
million views overnight
Yeah,
or
it's like
something.
the final.
More than Strictly, I believe.
I think I could be a
Crazy.
traitor. I think I'd be like really stressed the whole time.
I think
I
I
said
could.
that.
I think I could be a traitor.
Yeah, because on the show that I'm on now, one of the runners was Claude's runner on the Traitors. And I kept saying to her, like, do you not get terrified of, like, looking at someone differently?
Yeah.
Like, if Steve, like...
oh yeah, because she's gonna know.
obviously spoilers,
They'll know,
but-
won't they?
Yeah, but like, if one of the traitors come out, I feel like I would just, like, look at him and just be like...
Like,
Yeah.
no, I
Good
see what
job.
you've done there.
slightly terrifying.
Yeah.
Trace is a good one. I think I'd like to do that, but
Yeah.
obviously we can't really do it because it's in
Well,
Scotland.
you can do it, though.
I
There's,
guess if you're doing that
there's
production
no
sort
reason
of
why you
side
can't.
of
It's
it.
just...
When you're higher up, definitely, but
Yeah.
when you're like more entry level, it's a lot harder to get onto
They just
some
get
of that
local...
Scottish
They
base.
get local people. That's
It makes-
Yeah,
makes
which is
sense
good
for
for
them.
them, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for them.
Okay, so that's another
It's
question.
very in the depths of Scotland as well. The castle
Yeah, it
is
is,
like the
isn't it?
hotel that they
Inverness.
stay in is like half an hour away from the
Civilization.
castle. It's like
It's a nightmare.
so.
Do you think entering the freelance world is getting easier or harder for graduates now?
It's getting a bit easier since COVID, I would say.
And the
writers'
writers' strikes.
From COVID,
because that was definitely a tough period for the industry. Like India, like studios were getting shut down and all sorts was going on. It's still not there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Getting
say.
better though.
There isn't a traditional way in. It's not like some jobs where it's like you get this degree, and then you go straight into the job. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't need a degree to get into TV. That's why, like, you take from uni what you make of it. For me, it was the connections that I made, which is why I took. It wasn't the dissertations that I wrote and all that.
Yeah.
For me personally, so I think it's. I wouldn't say it's getting harder. I think it's just hard. I wouldn't say it's getting more
it's
difficult.
definitely different. It's definitely like tough to get into.
Because TV is getting made, and more TV does get made, and like social like I said, the social side of it is massive.
Yeah.
You know, like I've done like shoots with like the Sidemen, and that is like TV level stuff.
Yeah, I think I saw
Yeah.
something about them the other day actually on like my LinkedIn or something.
Probably, they
They're
get
hiring,
around.
they're
Because,
hiring.
They get around, but like they'd like people like that and Beta Squad and all these people, like they have TV level budgets and things like that. It's
The
just
production value is really like
crazy.
prominent in those
It's mental.
YouTube productions.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Absolutely
just not a guy with his phone anymore. Like
No.
YouTube videos
Yeah,
are.
They have, like,
they
jibs
need the
and
budget.
everything.
It's
Yeah.
actually insane because it's just like weird like seeing TV productions that's not on like traditional broadcast TV.
It's tough because I watch a lot of broadcast TV. I always have done. Like even like this morning, and then like ITV.
What, the
have
show
just,
or you mean this?
No, like,
show?
no, like the actual show, but like obviously, but like ITV's whole daytime schedule's just
it's all
been
changed. Yeah,
Really?
they've all linked now.
revamped.
So I think it's like GMB this morning and Lorraine.
Yeah, they all left
are
filming
all-
in TBC.
It's all the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
crew.
They
yeah.
all now use the same studio
Yeah.
in Covent
It's
Garden.
like they changed, don't they? They because it's like the same studio for like
Yeah, and they just like changed the set in the background, and
Yeah.
it's like like
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
it's a hard hit, but that's obviously ITV trying to cut back their costs because they
Yeah.
realise daytime isn't
not a
performing
thing
as well as
anymore.
it was.
especially because everyone's like working during the week and no one's got time to watch.
Yeah.
telly
But then
at
they do get
10
like
o'clock.
there's clips that go mega viral.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
this morning. They
You
like
know.
Alison
Yeah.
Carmen's amazing and
And it's
such
even
fun,
like
yeah.
there's like multi-million like on TikTok they'll get like
Yeah.
multi-million.
Yeah, I guess like the sort of like reels do really
Yeah.
well
The
because
real
they are
side
very
and
successful, aren't
digital
they?
content is like a whole new side to TV as well. It's really important. Like Love Island, they have their whole digital side. I know because I did some work experience on Love Island like about a year ago now, like 10 months ago, and they have their whole like digital team, and their whole stats are all about like posting content online. And obviously, when you post reels and stuff on social media, you make money from it.
Yeah.
It can be a big money earner for ITV, especially when they get millions of views and they've got episodes every night. It's kind of like a secondary income for their shows. So posting that content online and getting people to know about the show and then watch it and then get some hype around it is so important because people aren't reading newspapers or they're not like, I don't know, there's not much like water cooler TV speak, as you say.
Well, no, Traitors
People
is,
are. yeah.
Traitors is proper.
Yeah,
is
that's
proper
the thing. That's a
comeback.
Like-
good
I think Traitors and
example of
Jungle,
it.
Traitors and
Yeah.
Celeb are like the two that everyone like sits around
Yeah.
and talks about.
So it's tough.
Yeah. Okay. With the question,
Fly on.
how do you manage balancing freelance work and bills after moving out, leaving university? Although we kind of
Yeah, this is what I mean. It's like we don't really have experience on that, so it's I don't really know. I
Yeah,
think it's
you just got to be aware of your expenses that like your typical ones that always come out every month,
Yeah.
like you know your phone contract or whatever. If you can save some money, like I spoke about, like the FU fund kind of thing.
yeah.
And you have
Try
to
and have
you have
that.
to sacrifice on holidays, even though you can't really book a holiday
Yeah.
because like.
Yeah, that's true. Because I thought like freelance would be really fun. Because like, oh yeah, I got a bit of free time. I can go to like.
But you're never fully
France.
booked. Like you're never going to
You
be
get a call
fully
in
booked
France,
for the
like,
whole year.
oh, I wanna go
Yeah,
now.
it's
So
like,
it's like
I
you
want to
can't-
plan a holiday with my friends, but I'm like, wait, can I find out if I'm going to be working?
You might be, yeah. So like for me,
In-
it's a case of like I might be going away like next week because I might be free for like a week.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
oh, you just have to book
Just
it
do
last
But
minute.
that's annoying. So you want
spontaneous.
to pick your friends. They've got full time jobs, so then they have to
Yeah.
like wait forever
Yeah,
to book it off.
It's
Yeah.
that balance.
Time.
It's a big sacrifice.
it's
But
tough.
if you want it that bad, then you'll make it work. I
Yeah.
think it's fine.
Right, let's read one more. Okay, are there any films and TV shows that inspired you to want to have a career in TV?
Oh, I don't know if anything inspired me as such, but I always watched a lot of TV.
Do you watch like a lot of like what genres do you watch like specifically?
Also, I mean, I watch a lot of the soaps. Surprisingly, like I still watch Coronation Street
Yeah.
and EastEnders, and everyone's like, "You watch EastEnders."
Corey's good
nothing
though.
wrong with
Corey's
EastEnders.
good.
Corey, yeah,
Corey is
okay, good.
at
Yeah,
the
Sally
moment.
Webster's my favourite.
Yeah, I was like,
But like, so I've always watched a lot of soaps. I watch a lot of. I mean, I used to watch BGT and stuff when I was younger.
Yeah.
I've watched almost every single series of I'm a Celeb. I feel like because I was
Really?
watching it since like I was in year 4 or something. So.
he's quite good.
And it was shows that I remember I used to like make like fake buzzers.
The iMovie. Oh, fake.
For Britain's Got Talent, when I was like 6 or 7, I used to like make like buzzers.
Oh.
You could like do.
I used to like make
You
buzzers
join
and
in
pretend
then,
to
you
join
join
in,
in.
and like the voice as well. I used to like
Yeah,
pretend
yeah.
to turn around. I was a weird child, but it was fun. But I don't know. I used to always want to get into music.
Oh, really?
And then,
It's
yeah.
music?
Yeah, and then my career, I don't know, I sort of just decided we'll go into entertainment instead, like TV.
Oh, very
I guess.
nice.
But yeah, that's kind of it, really.
So what like genres are your favourite? So you mentioned
Oh.
soap. What else do you
Oh,
like?
I mean, I watch a lot of dramas, but a lot of kind of lifestyle TV, I guess.
I like
and then-
documentaries.
Yeah, and then entertainment, reality. I do watch a lot of reality, I guess.
I do like the
And that's
Love
a big,
Island, yeah.
that's a big genre nowadays with,
Which one? Fact 10?
yeah, Fact 10, I guess. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, you know what? Thank you so much for being here
Thank
today
you.
and joining me. I've had an absolute pleasure of actually catching up with you again. I hope you guys have learnt a lot from today's session. Thank you so much again. I've been your host, Stella, and I'll see you soon.